Michael, Lawrence Accountability. Won't take a lot of time tonight. I thank Craig for meeting with me and coming to an adjustment on the Cora issues that we had with the $90 an hour charges. I still have a lot of questions there, but we'll leave that one lay. During that meeting, though, I want to touch on the fact that we have a situation at LPD where accountability is held within the department, and there's really no outside oversight from what I'm gathering. The May 5th incident last year, there was an arrest downtown. I'm sure all the commissioners are aware. I've hollered about it quite a bit. But that arrest, the OPA boss, Troy Squire at the time, told everybody in emails that the officers performed admirably and that they were exonerated and that they did their jobs great and this and that. I think in the videos that I've shown where we've slowed this down and can actually see an officer mount an individual with his knees, I think there's some questions there. And I've talked to a lot of people that seem to have a lot of questions about that, but nobody's wanting to answer those questions. Now, I escalated that to the city commission, and I got back a couple responses indicating that the city commission had asked for a second review of this case. And that sounded great. So I asked a little while later if I could find out the results of that. And I was told probably not. In my meeting with Craig the other day, he seemed like he didn't know anything about this. So I guess I'm wondering who the commission asked to do the review. And was it just another LPD review of the same case that they'd already exonerated people on? This is where we're getting at. We need some outside oversight. And I think this case shows the need for the Community Police Review Board to be its own independent board without all the police involvement, without all the police skewing how they have to view things. And I think we need to remove the obstructions to them getting some information. I think it's unfortunate that we lost a good board member a couple of weeks ago at the same time that we had two former officers arrested for the things that they did while they were on duty. This isn't just stuff that's happening. It's stuff they're doing while they're on duty, guys. We have an issue with accountability, and we need some outside oversight from that Community Police Review Board. We need your help to get the LPD to understand that the Police Review Board needs to be independent. Thank you.
James Minor.
James Minor, Lawrence Branch, NAACP. Good evening, commissioners and city manager. My name is James Minor, a member of the Lawrence Branch NAACP and co-chairman of the Political Action Standing Committee. After independent research and discussion with relevant parties, the Lawrence Branch NAACP would like to see the recommendations that were derived from the City Gate Review be completed and put in action. We believe their recommendations will make Lawrence more proactive on policing and demonstrate understanding of the community's needs and expectations. It is important that the recommendations of the report are implemented in the Lawrence, Kansas Police Policy Manual. We recommend the following. The Lawrence Branch NAACP is requesting the following recommendations to make changes to the Lawrence Police Policy Manual. 1, all wording on choke and carotid artery holds are removed from the manual and replaced with any and all methods applying choke and carotid artery holds are prohibited. 2, state that no-knock warrants are banned. 3, provide training and implement practices that reduce the risk of shooting at moving vehicles. 4, restructure the order in which topics are addressed in the police policy manual so that de-escalation is seen as a priority rather than a possible alternative to use of force. Emphasize at the beginning and throughout the manual the importance of de-escalation with clear rules to drive the mindset of where we want to be as a city, police force, and community. 5, provide training and implement practices that reduce the need for use of force. It is time for changes to be made to ensure a society in which all individuals have equal rights and there is no racial hatred or discrimination at the hands of the police. Thank you.
Chris Flowers.
Hi, I'm Chris Flowers, and I'm just here to voice my support for the previous speakers. And also, I was going to make comment anyway about the resignation of one of the Community Police Review Board members. Like, I mean, you guys should be seeing that as a red flag right there, that this thing's kind of going off the track about what the police, I mean, if the Police Review Board members think that this is all pointless, I mean, that should be a signal that things need to change somewhat. And here's what I was just thinking, like, the purpose of why we want change is to remove the bad cops. Now, we know we've had bad cops in the past here. I'm not saying we currently do. I'm not saying we don't. I'm suspecting we might have a few since we've had some in the past. So if we're trying to remove the bad cops, how much should we be working with the police? Because that's where the bad ones are. We're asking for input from the people we're trying to weed out. Like, we totally need this thing to be separate from the police. Because especially, I also want to bring up the police union. Like, the police union isn't operating in the interest of the citizens. It's operating in the interest of the police, who are paying them money for representation, I'm guessing. I mean, like, if it's like most unions, I mean, they're in it for the money. Like, their members are paying them money. Like, so I don't know. I didn't really come prepared to speak, but it baffles my mind that we try to appease the cops as much as we do, especially when some of them might be part of the problem. And also, I want to say, I think we do have some really good cops, but I pose this question to y'all: which is more important, having good cops or not having bad cops? I'd be willing to lose the good cops, and if it meant we lost the bad cops also and just had mediocre ones. I think just having nothing but mediocre cops would be better than having good cops, bad cops, and mediocre ones. You know, it's getting rid of the bad cops is the most important thing, and that should be the focus. Thank you.